In today's video, we are going to be debunking the myth that salt causes hypertension and getting to the bottom of the actual cause. It has long been assumed that too much sodium in your diet will increase your blood pressure and in turn your risk of heart attack and stroke. But sodium is also an essential mineral that's critical for our health. It plays an important role in maintaining fluid balance in the body and nerve and muscle function. And especially if you're working to reverse insulin resistance and keep your blood sugar more stable, when your blood sugar is more stable and more low consistently, your body actually excretes more sodium, so more intake is required through your diet. A healthy individual will have 16 grams of sodium circulating their bloodstream at any given time. So why are we told to limit our daily intake to less than 1.5 grams per day? We're going to answer these questions and more in today's video, so stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kate. I'm a certified health and nutrition coach. I post videos twice a week here on YouTube talking all things insulin resistance, weight loss, sleep, and more. So if you're ready to take control of your metabolic health, make sure to click that subscribe button. And you can also find me on TikTok and Instagram where I share new posts every single day. Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. For everything from websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that does it all. Head to squarespace.com/healthcoachkate to start your free trial today. So we're gonna start off talking about the basics. What sodium is, what salt is, and the role they play in our body. And then we'll get into whether or not too much salt is bad for you. First, let's clarify the difference between salt and sodium because the two terms are often used interchangeably. Basically, all there is to it is that salt is made up of sodium, but not entirely. Salt is about 40% sodium and 60% chloride. And that really is all there is to it. Now, sodium is essential to our health for a few reasons. Most of the sodium in our bodies is either in our bloodstream or in the fluid that surrounds our cells. And its presence is required in order to keep these fluids in balance. And as I already mentioned, sodium is required for proper nerve and muscle function. And this is why low sodium is often the cause when you experience muscle cramps when exercising, especially if the weather is hot and you're sweating a lot. We lose sodium through our sweat, and when levels become low, we can experience muscle cramping. And this is also why sports drinks are so popular with athletes. These drinks are meant to replenish electrolytes, including sodium. Now, I am in no way making a case for sports drinks, including Gatorade. These drinks are packed with sugar and artificial sweeteners. But my point is that it is well known that sodium is something we need, especially when we're active. So I think the campaign against it is a bit hypocritical. But the question is still there. Is too much salt bad for you? And does it cause hypertension? The answer to these questions in most cases for most people is no. So where does the confusion stem from? Well, the thing is that salt can temporarily increase your blood pressure, but a temporary increase is not the same as hypertension, which is when your blood pressure is chronically elevated. Temporary increases are not a bad thing. Another example of something that causes a temporary increase in blood pressure, but that isn't a bad thing, is exercise. When we are exercising, blood pressure goes up. But over the long term, exercise actually helps to lower blood pressure and improve hypertension. There is another driver behind hypertension, but it's not salt. It's poor metabolic health stemming from insulin resistance. Over 50% of people with high blood pressure also have insulin resistance, and it's estimated that that number could actually be as high as 90%. Studies have found that essential hypertension is significantly associated with insulin resistance. And I think part of the confusion is that hypertension isn't actually a condition as it's often referred to. It's actually a symptom, and a symptom of insulin resistance. When insulin sensitivity improves, we see high blood pressure decrease. Further hitting home this point is the fact that 80% of people with normal blood pressure do not see any increase to their blood pressure when they consume more salt. Now, there is a small percentage of the population who are salt sensitive, but again, that's not most people. And even in these individuals who are salt sensitive, when they decrease their sugar intake, they're no longer affected. As I mentioned earlier in the video, it is normal to have 16 grams of sodium circulating your bloodstream at any given time. And the kidneys are constantly processing sodium throughout the day. They actually process 1,400 to 1,600 grams, which is equal to 3.2 to 3.6 pounds of salt every single day. And taking into consideration that the average person consumes about 8 grams of salt per day, this is just a drop in the bucket. When you consume less, your kidneys have to work harder to reabsorb what you already have. Now, I'm going to get more into the importance of salt in a minute and also why it's important to consume more when you're trying to reverse insulin resistance. But first, I'm going to take a quick moment to talk about today's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that provides you everything from domains and website templates to email newsletter tools and analytics. No matter if you're an entrepreneur, a photographer, a restaurant owner, or a blogger, Squarespace gives you the tools you need to build a beautiful website and run your business. Their style editor makes it so easy to customize your website with different fonts, colors, layouts, and effects. And one of my favorite things about Squarespace is that you can manage your email list and email campaigns right on their platform. This makes keeping your newsletter subscribers updated easy and seamless. The best part is you can start a 14-day free trial with Squarespace without having to enter your credit card details or anything. You can build your whole website, see if you love it or not, but I think you will. You can do that by heading to squarespace.com/healthcoachkate. And when you love it and decide to launch, you can use code healthcoachkate to save 10% off your first order. Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Now, we've already touched a little bit on why salt and sodium is important, but I really want to make it clear that there are risks to under-consuming it. Now, of course, most people eating the standard American diet are getting plenty of sodium. This is because sodium is loaded into processed food. But what I see with my clients is when they decide to change their diet, when they switch from a processed food diet to a more whole foods diet, focusing on quality protein, healthy fat, and non-starchy vegetables. And especially if they incorporate some form of intermittent fasting into their routine, their sodium intake decreases dramatically. Not only that, but as an additional side effect of consuming less carbohydrates, the body actually excretes more sodium as well. So they're consuming less and their needs have actually increased. Side effects of low sodium can include headaches, fatigue, heart palpitations, muscle cramps, as we already spoke about, and irritability. And the thing is that when we consume too much sodium, our bodies just excrete what they don't need. So if you think that you're not getting enough sodium in your diet, if you're experiencing some of these side effects, up your intake with a good quality salt. I will link to some of my favorite brands in the description box down below, but two that I really love are Redmond and Cell². Because ideally, if you are eating any variation of a low carbohydrate diet, or if you're incorporating any intermittent fasting into your routine, you want to be consuming about 4,000 to 7,000 milligrams of sodium a day, which is about 2 to 3 teaspoons of salt. You might need more if you're really active or if you live in a hot climate, but start with that and adjust from there. Salt your food liberally and also add a pinch of salt to your water to hit these intakes. And you can also use an electrolyte supplement such as sodi if you don't really like the taste of plain salt in water. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have eaten a low sodium diet in the past. Did you experience any of the side effects of eating low sodium? Did you experience any benefits to your health from doing this? Or did your blood pressure decrease? Anything that you have experienced in terms of salt, let me know in the comment section down below. I love hearing from you and hearing your experiences. So even if you just want to come and say hi, I appreciate that as well. And also remember to check out Squarespace before you go. If you did enjoy this video, you might also enjoy my video on what causes insulin resistance. You can check it out here. If you want to catch up on my most recent upload, you can find it here. And if you want to check out my coaching programs, including my 7-day insulin resistance masterclass, you can find that here. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.